Hey everyone, it's Nicole. It's been a while since I've uploaded on this channel. A lot has happened since then. I've graduated from uni, I've moved house, been trying to grow a PT business, but also in that time, I have been consistently training, or at least trying to, throughout the whole time. And I've been coming up to about 5 years of me consistently training. So I thought that to round up the 5 years, I would go through the top 5 mistakes that I've probably made in my fitness journey so you don't have to. Point 1 that we've got is not eating enough. Food is fuel and you need it to have enough energy for your workouts and your daily life. I'm sure a lot of you have heard this before, but depending on what your goal is, you're going to want to be at a deficit, a maintenance, or a surplus. Now, even at a deficit, if your calories are too low, you're going to have no energy to do anything and your workouts will not be effective. So we want to make sure that we're getting enough carbs so we have enough energy for our workouts, protein for muscle recovery and so we come back stronger, and we also want to make sure that we're getting enough fats for our cells, and especially for women, it's really important for our hormones. Mistake number 2 that you could be making is doing too much cardio. This is more targeted towards the people who are wanting to get stronger and get more toned. Usually when people start at the gym, they might just stick to the cardio machines because either they're a bit too worried about starting resistance training, they don't really know where to start, but also a lot of people go onto the cardio machines assuming that that's how they're going to get their dream body. But doing too much cardio means that you're going to be expending a lot more energy on that, and you could be using some of that energy in your weight training. On top of that, doing way too much cardio means that your body might start using your muscles as energy, therefore reducing the amount of muscle that you have. The third mistake that you could be making is working at a too low of an intensity. Everyone always asks, how many reps should I do? Does it matter? And in the grand scheme of things, it does matter, but what's more important is how hard you work in each of the sets. And what I mean by that is kind of working until you only have 1 or 2 reps left in you. At the end, you're making faces, your face has gone red, you might be sweating, that kind of thing. If you work out at a too low of an intensity, there's not enough stimulus in your muscles for them to adapt and get stronger. And this is probably a great point to mention progressive overload. Say, for example, if after a few weeks you've been working on your squats and then eventually 50 kilograms for 10 reps is actually quite easy. You wouldn't just stick to 50 kilograms for 10 reps. You want to try either add weight, add reps, or add sets to really push yourself harder and see how you can improve. The 4th mistake that you could be making is not following a plan. If you've been finding some workouts online and kind of switching it up every week, you probably won't see as much progress as you could. Now, if you don't have a specific goal, you want to keep it fun and you just want to find some things you want to try, doing different things, absolutely fine. But if you have a specific goal in mind, following a program, following a plan that's for your goal is going to help you get to where you want to be. Now, in a well-structured program, you would be sticking to the same exercises for a number of weeks. That way, you can track yourself becoming stronger and getting better in each one. So find a program that aligns with your goals. I'll put the ones that I've got down below in the description, and make sure you're tracking what you're doing each week so that in the following week, you can just try to be that 1% better. Mistake number 5 that you could be making, which I've done plenty of times before, is not having enough rest and recovery. When you work out, your muscle fibers get damaged. During your rest days is when they get repaired and they come back stronger. That's why it's important to leave a day or 2 in between those workouts. So what I mean by that is if you've trained chest on a Monday, you want to wait until at least Wednesday or Thursday to train chest again. It's absolutely fine if you've got an upper lower split to do upper on a Monday, lower on a Tuesday, because they're completely different muscle groups. The second thing you want to think about is implementing deload weeks. If you've been training at the right intensity, point 3, then after about 6 to 10 weeks, depending on how your body feels, you want to implement a deload week where for a whole week, you're either not doing any weight training or you're doing very light weight training, just about 50% of what you can do. This basically just gives your body a whole week to repair all of its muscle fibers. On top of that, you also replenish the stores in your muscles that you've used up over those few weeks. That way, when you go into your new phase of training, you're coming back a lot stronger with a lot more energy. And no, having a week off training is not going to reverse any progress that you've made in the last few weeks. So these are the top 5 mistakes that I've gone through in my fitness journey. And in summary, you just want to make sure you're eating enough, following a plan, challenging yourself, and also giving yourself enough rest, especially when you need it. If you feel like you need that little bit of extra help and a little bit of guidance, do message me in the links down below. Any questions that you might have, leave them in the comments and I'll make sure to get back to you. But other than that, that's it for this video, but I'll see you in the next one.